Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but a pretty town red. Can't let that shit game in my hand, war gaming.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Hobby Homies. We are your weekly tabletop podcast. I'm Shane. As always, I'm hanging out with not Elvis, it's Fox.
My lads and ladettes.
And as always, we've got Churchy.
He's here too.
Necking a beer.
Just absolutely
It's only
smacking
his
it.
third one or something.
Yeah, and we got here a minute ago, so he's
it
doing
hasn't
well.
been long. So today we are going to be literally kicking back, as you guys can see, in the new...
We've landed on an alien planet.
Yeah, we are. We're somewhere in the grimdark future, I imagine.
We needed to refuel, and we thought, that planet's pink.
Let's harvest
The fuel.
carbon.
When on the horizon,
They've got mosquitoes.
you must
on this
construct
planet.
additional pylons.
Yeah.
We are talking. This is a bit of a wish list of our wishes listed for Grimdark Future by OnePageRules.
Wow, that was a great sentence, bro. Yeah, you did so well. Hey,
Took all of my capacity to do that.
we are talking Grimdark Future, OnePageRules GrimDark Future. We've played a few games. Churchy's sneaking past us to the beer fridge. I'm like, not a Snorlax, bro. I'm alert. I'm present.
Yeah, you haven't got a flute to wake him up, so you'll be right.
So, your intro for our podcast, by the way, we'll get to the OnePageRules in a sec.
Yeah.
Your intro to our podcast
Sorry, guys.
is good.
My knees have been on the
This is
camera.
Shane's knee for those watching at YouTube. Give us a like
first
and a
time
comment. First time seen. Yeah, if one of the lights hits that at the wrong angle, it's like a lens flare. You'll just go blind.
My wife says I'm top deck because my arms are like brown and my legs are fucking like white.
Yes, they are. You are. You're the Freddo Frog, but reversed, right? It's like an upside down Freddo Frog with the milky top. You're a milky bottom.
Thank you.
That's your nickname now in the
Milky
Discord
bottom.
is Milky
Oh,
Bottom.
that's awful.
It's horrible.
Oh, that is so bad.
All right,
Milky bottom.
Milky Bottom. That's Shane.
No. And I'll pay not to be called that.
Yeah, how much? How much? It's going to be a lot because there is not a lot of money that would make me not want to call you Milky Bottom. Okay. So your intro for the podcast is good, but have you guys heard about this AI shit that everyone's talking about?
AI, you mean like Chat GPT?
Yeah, specifically that.
Yep.
I got it. I was like, Shane's intro's fine,
Yep.
but I was like, let's get it,
Yep.
him, they, them, her to write our intro for us.
Okay.
And so I just before said, we have a podcast called Hobby Homies. We talk about tabletop war games.
Yeah.
Can you please write our podcast intro for us?
Sure.
Here it is.
Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome to Hobby Homies, the podcast where Shane and Fox share their love for and passion for tabletop wargaming. Join our hosts as they dive into the latest news, tactics, and strategies for this exciting hobby. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or just starting out, Hobby Homies is the perfect companion for all things wargaming. So grab your dice, miniatures, and rulebook and join Shane and Fox as they explore the wonderful world of tabletop wargaming. It's time to roll for initiative and let the fun begin.
It just hasn't got soul.
This hasn't got soul.
Hasn't got soul.
What about that
Nah.
end bit? Roll for initiative.
Yeah, that's
Fun
been
begin.
done. That's been done. They
been
ripped that
done.
off.
It's actually literally
Critical Role
been.
or something.
I'm
It's
telling
been done. It's
Matt
liter-
Mercer's probably said it a fucking million times.
I think
Telling
the
you, give it
prep.
like a day, well, maybe like a week, maybe a month, maybe like a year. Give it a year or two,
Yeah.
and
It'll come back
the
around.
hosting thing will be gone. Everyone will be. It'll all be AI.
Oh,
All
okay.
media creation will be AI.
Encouraging.
Did you say a week?
Yeah, that's a really short
Nothing
time
happens
frame.
in a week.
You're like, give it a year, 10 years, a decade. Give it like 24 hours. Your job's over.
Seriously.
No need for you anymore.
Automation is taking your job.
We could do a full episode on it, but yeah.
No, we're here to talk
AI
about
is gonna
OnePageRules GrimDark Future.
We are here to talk about one-page rules. So, preface the episode a little bit about what the audience could expect to get out of this while I grab you a frosty brew.
Okay, take your time. Didn't you?
Thank you,
Wait, didn't
thank you
you
very much.
get one? Okay, never mind.
I'm getting you one.
Oh, okay, that's Churchy's beer, of course. So,
No, I got-
so we thought we've been playing some OnePageRules GrimDark Future.
Sorry, I didn't say that.
was going to say, you got that during the intro.
I actually previously got
We're already
Shane.
off the rails.
I got Shane a brew.
This has turned into beers and banter so quick.
Put it on the sidelines.
Gone one,
This is the main episode.
it's gone from 0 to beers and banter in
And
2.5
forgot all about it.
seconds.
In fact, you know what I did? I dodged it on the way to get you this fresh one.
'Cause
So
you're careful where you step. You're light-footed.
that's what I am.
So this is a bit of a wish list for GrimDark Future one-page rules. We've played a bit now,
Yeah, we have.
you know, together and apart.
You've played a myriad,
I've played a bit.
and I've played a bit.
You played a bit.
Yeah.
So there's things we love about the game. There's things that we think that could be
better.
added, be better. Yeah, be better. And there's things that could be added. So this is a bit of a wish list as to things we'd like to see implemented into the game, or things that we think we could maybe homebrew some rules up for. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's funny if you were to type in one page rules review, one page rules thoughts, whatever you want in YouTube.
Yeah.
There's this overwhelming, resounding thought bubble that it's
Thank you
one
for the
page
beer,
rules. You're most welcome. Is the greatest thing to ever exist.
Yeah.
And it's burying Warhammer in its tracks. In fact,
Oh yeah, I've seen all those.
yeah, exactly. I typed in one page rules earlier in the week. I said one page rules review because I was like, what's the thought out here?
Did you go on the subreddit?
Oh no, I just assumed that would be an
okay.
absolute circle jerk of
It really is. It's like Warhammer 40k sucks.
yeah,
it's not
and
that bad.
that's the idea. That's the vibe
gets
you
it.
get from all the YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, it's awesome, right? Because both games exist on a spectrum,
Yeah.
and I feel like up one end, and that end is easily accessible, super easy to learn, low entry point, easy to teach,
Yeah.
easily digestible. Like, it's the epitome of just rolling dice with your war dollies, killing each other,
Yeah, having fun. Yeah.
in a quick, concise battle.
Yeah.
It's like the tactics, the strategy, all the overheads of a war game
Yeah.
is secondary to the experience of you and your homies just rolling dice.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Up that end, up the far end of that is one page rules.
Yeah.
Right up the other end of depth, tactics, variance, what do you call it? Replayability, all the complexities that come with and inherently bloat as you layer on rules and
Of
options.
course, because you need to get that complexity and depth. You need bloat in a way.
It
To a
has to
certain
happen.
point.
It has to happen.
They can't exist without each other. Really.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. Yeah, you're 100% correct.
I don't agree on the tactics though. I feel like one page rules
Yep.
with its alternating activations implements more tactic than 40k.
When I say I agree, actually, I think there's more emphasis on the actual tactics of the game's mechanics,
Motion by motion tactics.
Yeah, totally,
If you break
totally.
it into like turn by turn,
and
you could, you know,
layering combos and rules and
Yeah.
bubbles and
Yeah,
everything else.
yeah.
That's 40k, right?
Yeah.
But movement and all those base level tactics are so much more important in one page rules because the actual tactical depth is lower, so the tactical importance of those primary things is higher, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Sorry
I
to
believe they operate at two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And which one you prefer is purely preference.
Yeah.
Because I know people that love depth. Mm-hmm. You know, you think of Ollie
Of
would
course.
never choose OPR over.
He happily flicks through massive rule books.
Yeah, and
Tomes of books.
he sleeps on codexes.
Yeah, of course
I'm
he does.
sure of it,
Yeah.
at least. Because he's a dungeon master, and the more info and lore and anyways.
Speaking of that, I've got a meme he can make because you just said he sleeps on like dungeon codexes. And
Codexes, yeah.
So he can take the scene from Breaking Bad where they
I haven't seen it.
lay back on the cache.
Oh,
Do that
but
scene,
on codexes?
but on codexes.
Yeah.
Love it. Make it happen, Churchy. You've got 13 minutes.
He makes the memes.
He does make the memes, actually.
Yeah.
Ollie,
Make
you've
your
got
own
13
meme.
minutes. Yeah. Be the meme you want to be.
Don't let your dreams be memes.
Correct. Let your memes be dreams. Yeah.
Philosophical up in here.
I like... yeah.
I can't take credit to that.
Sure. Did
Shia
you make
LaBeouf?
that up, bro?
Yeah, not Shia LaBeouf. It was me.
Shia LaBeouf.
Nah, he got it from me.
Yeah.
Just
He rang me up with
do
it. He was
it.
like, "What can I say?" And I'm like, "Dreams
Say this.
and memes." Dude.
Say this, Shia.
You can reenact what he did. You've got a green screen yourself.
Yeah, I
Can
will.
you throw Shia on the green screen? My bro, Shia LaBeouf. Find an image of Shia LaBeouf. You've got 13 minutes.
Oh god. With this internet.
Yeah. That's 13 minutes to find. You clicked a button and I saw everything slow down. You clicked another one. Stop clicking buttons, bro.
I saw it too.
Sorry.
Shy can wait.
Shia can wait. Yeah. So, anyways, one-page rules up the light end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
I agree. There's different tactical viability in that game.
Yeah.
And so when I, it's interesting because I feel like the people that find and play one-page rules, just because you see unanimously one-page rules is better than 40k, the people that like 40k aren't even looking for one-page rules.
Of course not, because they're happy with what they've got.
Correct.
I think it's the people that have been into 40k for so long that they've had enough of having to buy new rule books or new mission packs or whatever every 3 months,
Yeah.
and new codexes every edition, and
Yeah.
and you know, codexes being obsolete before they even reach your front door.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah, actually, literally.
that's happened, right?
Yeah.
And it's like that is where one-page rules gets the love.
Yeah, big time. And there's a lot of things that they do insanely well. One-page rules, that is.
Yeah, yeah.
And 40k, obviously.
Yeah.
Like lore, it'll never, like, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
We're talking about one-page rules. And the things they do insanely well is
Yeah.
the list builder, bro.
Oh man,
The list builder.
how like I feel like going back to Games Workshop, I feel like they've gone out of their way not to make a good list builder.
Games Workshop.
Because it's like people won't buy codexes if we have a good online list builder. So
That's
it's like
an interesting thought.
you can look at what one-page rules have done with, you know, a couple of thousand patrons.
Yeah.
And it's
10,000.
like, oh yeah, they're up there now.
Yeah,
But
it's a
they're
$1 million
just
company,
better.
but yeah.
Well, it is now, but Games Workshop's
But
probably a
before that-
multi-million-dollar company.
Yeah. Oh,
But
they
like,
are. They're a
yeah,
$1 billion
There you
company.
go, billion.
Yeah.
I was going to say the
B word.
Billion.
They're billion.
but they're a $1 billion company.
Yeah.
So, oh shit, he's around us.
Oh, no. How do you get on this
The wildlife
planet,
on this
bro?
planet is hostile.
Oh, no. We will do it, bro. We were like,
Memes.
Just do it.
For guys listening, Shia LaBeouf has appeared outside our window.
he's slinking down. I'm sorry, slinking down. He's popping up. This is not okay.
Yeah.
This is a big improvement on your 8-bit fireplace, by the way, Churchy. This is
Which has had a lot of love,
I can see
Churchy.
Shai's fringe. He used to be my favourite actor. Now he's my favourite human.
Oh,
Anyways,
enough.
sorry.
yeah.
Sorry. Oh, by the way, those playing at home, maybe you found us from afar and you're listening to this and you're like, what are they laughing at?
Check out YouTube.
Yeah, jump on our YouTube.
Yeah.
Give us a what's a thumbs up, thumbs down, depending on your preference.
A like or a dislike.
Yeah,
Either one. It's
Yeah,
fine.
either one. We'll take either. It's
Yeah.
all good. They say any publicity is good. Shia publicity.
Exactly.
So, having said everything that we've said about one-page rules,
Yeah.
it's got a fantastic list builder, and we wanted to wish list a little bit. We're like, what can it's great, it's amazing,
Yeah.
but like all things, could be better.
Could be better.
Could be better based on our
things, yeah.
preference and our opinions
Yeah.
and what we look for in a war game.
Yeah.
Could be better.
Absolutely.
In fact, one thing I was going to say about it earlier when I was thinking about what I was going to say about it earlier, I was like, it'd be great. It's got this, it's got some competitive restrictions. Like if you wanted to build a more of a matched play, air quotations,
Yeah.
a match play list.
Yeah.
It has limitations.
Yeah.
Like you can only take 1 unit per 200 points that you are bringing. So if you're bringing 2,000 points, you can only have 10 units.
10 units. Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera. I was like, it'd be cool if they embedded all those restrictions into their list builder.
Okay. So there's an option you could pick for a competitive.
Yeah,
And
so
then it would
maybe if
naturally
you could
do
just
that.
like tick a box and
Yeah.
then you build your list and it tells you, like Battlescribe does,
Yeah.
hey, no, you need to do this, change this and this.
Isn't there an option for a campaign list in their list builder?
You mean competitive list? Are you talking about campaign? Well, what I was
I've seen an option for something starting with C.
see, and you would be correct because
Yeah.
there is actually a tick button
Yeah.
for competitive list building.
Ah.
And it does exactly what we just explained. So tick that off my wish list because they've listed my wish.
Cool.
Yeah. And thus ends the episode. It's perfect. It's the
done.
best system I've ever seen.
Mine was something about missions, and lo and behold, they have a mission pack. So
Oh, well, there you go. So, anyways, you should play one-page rules unless
Better
you don't
than-
want to, in which case,
look out,
don't.
40k. One-page rules is coming for you.
It's coming for you, mate. And that's the okay. No.
Yeah. No. You go.
No. You go. Yeah.
Quick,
Okay,
chat
guys.
GPT, write us the rest of the episode.
You know, it nearly could. Like, it does it on that almost current speed.
I know what you're doing. I see you on
You
there
should
right
get
now.
Chat GPT to exist for you,
I'm trying
bro.
to find my notes.
Chat GPT, find my notes. What if I wrote, just
Here it
quickly,
is,
what if I wrote one page rules or 40K? Let's see what it says to that. An error has occurred. Okay, cool.
Okay, never
So,
We're here about one-page rules.
It'll probably be like, depends what you like or whatever.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I've got, I would say 3 main things I would like to see from one-page rules.
Let's hit him.
The very first thing is just a little bit more. I'd like a little bit more flavor. You know when you make chicken noodle, you make noodles, right?
Yeah,
2-minute
yeah.
noodles.
Yeah.
I've spoiled this by saying chicken.
Chicken.
but I
No,
don't know
no.
if there's another type. I don't
Well,
think so.
there's beef, but no one eats beef.
Beef. I don't think
Beef 2 minutes.
No, I don't think that exists.
Yeah, I can confirm.
So like, so you're saying instead of choosing chicken
Yeah.
2-minute noodles,
Someone out there has chosen beef.
wow.
No.
So, anyways,
Need help.
you need help. Email hobbyhomers@gmail.com.
We're not licensed psychiatrists.
We're not,
we'll
but we
try.
we'll send you a free packet of.
Chicken.
I saw you stare at me. I feel like with chicken, well, actual chickens.
Chickens.
In fact, if you want to know about chickens, DM me. So, I just want a little bit more flavor.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you know how if you add the chicken
The sachet. Yeah.
to the hot water while
Yeah.
the noodles are boiling,
Yeah.
it just lacks a little bit.
It does.
Like it
yeah.
tastes like
it's
chicken.
You need like an extra sachet.
Almost. Maybe half a sachet.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I want. I want
Yeah.
half a sachet extra of one page
flavor.
rules flavor.
Nice.
Because if you think about, I'm gonna rattle off some 40K armies while we're running the comparison.
Okay.
And you tell me which rules of theirs pop
Yeah.
into your mind. Tyranids.
Sorry, which rules? As in-
rules. Tactical rules in their codex that sort of affect most of them, that give you a vibe for the army.
don't read codexes. I don't know.
Tyranids.
Bugs?
Yeah, they are bugs, but what about playing them? Do they have like a
melee?
cool? How's that reflected?
Synapse.
Synapse, great, excellent. Synapse.
Synapse. Yeah.
Synapse is a good one.
I get where you're going
Instinctive
with this now.
behavior.
Yeah,
Instinctive
yeah.
behavior.
So they're animals. Yeah. Swarming.
Swarming.
Yeah.
What
pay
about
swarming?
Yeah,
Pay
what
that.
swarming's good.
Yeah.
Gene stealer cults. What kind of rules?
Synapse.
This is what I do. This is what every week I show up.
Underground,
To a podcast.
underground ambushing and
Ambushing.
demolitions.
Yeah.
And yeah.
See, they've got a
Mining
vibe.
and-
Yeah. You see where I'm going.
I see
you see where I'm going.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I would just like 1 or 2 army-wide rules
Yeah.
to make a faction feel more like what they are.
Yes. Now, on that point, we played recently, and I played my Prime Blood Brothers.
Yes.
And they had an army-wide rule of Ferocious, which is 1 extra attack on the charge.
Okay, cool.
Which is a Blood Angels kind of thing, right? And that's what they want to be. Blood Brothers are Blood Angels, right?
How dare you
I know.
ever suggest
I know.
that a one-page
I'm
rules
sorry.
army has a 40K comparison that the company is built off?
I'm sorry. But,
dare
but that is a rule that's trying to add that flavor. But I definitely agree. I wrote a little bit of something like that, which was more uniqueness to I had it to units, not
Sure.
as army ones, but it's the same vein. Right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Other than their quality or defense role, which was like Prime Blood Brothers and regular Blood Brothers, it's like a 2-up versus a 3-up defense role. That's the only thing that's different. They got the same weapons
Yeah.
and everything like that.
Yeah.
But it's hard because like that's when bloat begins to happen.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I feel the same and I don't want them to change what I would call the base game, right?
Yeah.
The free downloadable rules combined with your list builder. You print out your list, you throw down.
Yeah.
That in my mind is perfect.
Yeah.
It is a 10 out of 10 experience for low ceiling new war game. You could teach anyone that game.
Oh, easy.
If you've played Monopoly, you could teach people.
I taught my brother how to play.
And he's a retard. No, I'm just kidding. It's not legally.
I have my suspicions.
I mean, he is my brother.
Exactly. Came from the same
See,
gene pool as me.
I want to see the rules for that. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. about all of that.
Yeah. So I actually had a very similar thing here. But like that's like it needs to be like maybe an optional extra or something like
Totally.
that.
You know, if you're talking about competitive, because they've got a competitive rule set, they've got extra rules, they've got now this is a thing I found a little bit confusing. I had always heard that OnePageRules had what do you call it, army books.
Okay, they do. Yeah,
they do, right? But is the army book not just the exact information that's in the list builder?
Absolutely, but it's just out of date. I think they had army books before they had the list builder. So they're not, I wouldn't say they're obsolete. Well, they're obsolete.
Okay.
But they're
Sorry, I heard someone else say that you wouldn't say that.
Yeah,
but I mean, I don't know what they were talking about. It's probably Churchy. He's always saying shit like that.
I wouldn't say that they're obsolete.
100%. He's on his phone, but I know his only two friends are sitting here, so he's on ChatGPT. Oh my God, ChatGPT. He's Googling something.
Yeah.
How do I...
Actually, no, I was checking messages and stuff from my other friends that I definitely have.
Oh, hang on. He sent me a message. What are you up to?
I'm so bored.
He sent me a picture. Feeling cute, might delete later. You should. Yeah.
So
I agree. Just a little bit more flavor for those. Like you don't have to. It's an optional extra, like you said.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I read the army books and I was like, I'm so confused because this looks like the list builder. And maybe there's a tick box where it's like, just every army, one, maybe two army-wide rules, or that affects most units.
Yeah.
That just gives it, because right now it's kind of like, sure, I'm playing, I don't want to say Tyranids, what are they called?
Alien hives,
sorry.
Yeah.
And they're fast, and you get the vibe. Like it's got the vibe of what they want aliens to be, but also it's indistinguishable from any other fast, easily traversing terrain army.
But that's I guess yes. But that's also the kind of vibe is they don't want to be Tyranids.
Yeah, totally. So whatever you want your aliens.
Them as xenomorphs.
Yeah, sure.
You could have them as whatever you want.
It's funny you say xenomorphs because I was like, you know what would be cool? Like, don't try and be Tyranids. I'm not saying try and do instinctive behaviors or synapse.
Try and do this other IP instead.
Try and do something else that already exists. Oh, yeah, you're right. What I was thinking of was xenomorphs in my head.
You don't infringe copyright, but...
I mean, Nemesis dodged the copyright of aliens, so why can't they?
If they can do it, anyone
can do it. No one's checking aliens, bro.
Look at Nemesis. Sigourney Weaver is checked out.
Yeah. 100%. I was thinking, like, maybe if you kill an alien because they've got acid blood, right?
Yeah. Maybe it causes a wound or something like that.
Well, I was thinking on a 6. Yeah, but they've shattered my universe, and I was like, okay, I've got no unique thoughts ever. So
do
like
any of us though?
But bro, ChatGPT could think of a rule.
It doesn't have unique thoughts, so it literally plagiarizes everything it comes up with.
Yes, but
It doesn't
you're
plagiarize.
correct.
It pulls like...
Oh, okay. Of course.
It pulls
So
resources. That's what I was doing. I was pulling resources.
The ones that have the class action lawsuit at the moment is Stable Diffusion, which is the image generation one. But that has a class action lawsuit because
Welcome
of the
to
data
Churchy's
set it
deep
used
dive
for
on
training.
AI-generated companies.
Now, the reason that...
Churchy, we haven't got time for this.
back to the show.
Thank you, Churchy. He was coming to get you.
Checking. Yeah, I was coming to get you. Coming to get you, like Shia LaBeouf. It's coming to get you.
So, okay.
A little bit more flavor.
Bit more flavour.
Sorry that you've listened for 25 minutes and the only wish list so far we have is
One of yours. Oh, it's kind of
it's both of ours.
Yeah,
it's
mine was
mine.
kind of like a sub note. Like,
Yours
it
was like a shittier version of mine.
yeah. At least it wasn't fucking IP infringing.
Hey, I mean, we're talking about one-page rules, let's be honest.
So one thing I was thinking of, right, was narrative books. Like narrative campaign books. And then I found Jacob's Path. Like, they've already done it.
They've got a campaign book.
It's a 10-mission book following a Battle of Brothers captain fighting orcs, right?
Okay.
It's been done. It's been done. But I was like, okay, that's a start. And like they have to start somewhere. That's what this whole company has become like started from, right?
Yeah, totally.
You know, it's things like this where it's like, yeah, it's heavily inspired by whatever.
That boy.
Shia LaBeouf is just
Shia.
a lurk, and
He's not shy at all.
he is not shy.
He's brave LaBeouf.
I got a legit one.
You got a legit one. What do you mean? The others
Someone
weren't
get
legit.
rid of this guy,
Bro.
This fucking-
Bro, what are we, Hollywood? Can we just get rid of Shire
Oh my
already?
God, just give him the part.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Titanic. I was gonna...
One thing I want to see is characters having an aura that affects multiple units, not just the unit they're attached to.
Interesting.
So, like,
So you wanted to be 40k? Oh no, I pay for it when Sigourney Weaver.
this guy. But
Yeah, okay. But yes. But yes.
So, like, you know, most of your, like, for example, the Battle Brothers, you know, you've got your master brother or the captain. You have different rules where you can.
A lieutenant of sorts.
A sergeant, if you
Yeah,
will.
If you will.
You can attach them to a unit, and then you can give them a special rule where they, you know, +1 to their shooting or +1 to the attack on the charge or whatever have you. Now, a rule that would, be an aura instead of a specifically attached to the single unit. that they are attached to.
Yeah, because for those unfamiliar
Something like
with one-page rules, what are you doing here? You should play it, though.
I mean, maybe they're learning about it.
Oh, there's a
should play
bad point to do it. Sorry if our chat GPT suggested we were anything other than what we are. Just what we are.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can have heroes individually, right?
Yeah.
But you can also attach them to a unit.
Yeah.
Which would then give them buffs.
Yeah.
But they have to exist. They basically become a unit leader
That's right. Exactly right.
for that one unit.
Yeah.
You would like to see a bit more flexibility. Fine.
Allow that unit to be, influencing multiple units.
Yeah, that's a good thing that 40k has.
Yes.
Yeah. It would be nice to see that because I honestly feel like, I mean, obviously we don't want to get right up the spectrum where one-page rules becomes 40k.
No, of course not.
But if it had optional extras that brought it up the spectrum a little bit, I automatically feel like it's still, I don't want to say way better, but it's the best thing it has going for it is the fact that you know you're not going to get blown off the table turn 1 or turn 2.
Yep.
Because it's alternate activations.
Yeah.
And
it
so,
gives
like,
you time to do something with your models before you inevitably remove them.
Yeah. And I love the idea that they're not trying to be Warhammer 40k because you should be your own game.
Yeah.
And you should make your own models, and that's what makes it amazing.
Yeah.
But that kind of ties into the next thing I would like to see more or at all from them. But it has an inherent flaw.
Okay. What is it?
So the biggest problem right now with a game like One Page Rules is there is very little, and at this rate will ever be very little, tournament support.
Yeah.
And I would say in-store support.
Yeah.
Because the nature of the game is you can't print their models and sell them because they have no commercial licensing.
Yeah.
So a store that would run a one-page rules tournament makes no money except whatever tournament fee they charge.
I'm going to quickly interrupt you for 1 second.
Please do.
Because I messaged my local one-page rules, Michael. He's the fellow that I play with from Two Birds
Brewing.
Two Birds Brewing, Westgate Wargaming Club.
Yeah.
I messaged him. I said, "Hey, we're talking about this. Have you got anything?"
Yeah.
Because I was like, "I ain't got shit."
Yeah, okay.
Nah, I got a bit.
I'm a big dum-dum.
Do my work for me.
He's your chat GPT.
He is. That's
Yeah.
right. I mean,
Yeah.
To be fair, it took him a couple of hours to get back to me. But,
Well, man.
but he got back to me, right?
He did.
Yeah.
And here they are.
So, first of all, as my point of interrupting with you was, there's a 24 player.
That's kind of okay.
Yeah, 24 player tournament.
In terms of things that you've
Saturday.
said in the past,
Yep.
that's fine.
It is fun, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
There's three games, 2,500 points in Saturday at the Warplings Wargaming Club in
Great.
Flemington.
Great.
24 players.
24 players. And you see, for one-page rules, I would say that's like, oh my goodness.
It is. It really is. Yeah, that's right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. At Warplings, they normally have maybe 2 or 3 tables going every week.
Yeah.
And to have this, the whole joint is booked out just for one-page rules.
Wow.
So it's pretty good.
It is pretty good. And that's awesome to see.
Yeah.
But that's driven by players' love for the game.
That's right.
Which is always good,
Not a
right?
store.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But more stores, I feel like, would run it if there was more incentive for them to run it.
They could print and sell models.
So I'm thinking there's 2 options. First, I think if there was a you know how other games have tournament rankings.
Yep.
If you're playing competitively, then you're probably interested in playing in tournaments. Therefore, something like a tournament ranking would get you even more interested.
Yep.
Potentially. Now, obviously, OnePageRules has to be very careful because you don't want to become... If they expose themselves to this sort of net listing, min-maxing mentality,
Yep.
I feel like maybe their game could get exposed for being insanely imbalanced.
Okay.
Which would force them to do more work in the balance department, whereas potentially they'd prefer to spend that time in making beautiful models.
Of course. Yeah. Yep.
So that's, I say this tidbit and wish list hesitantly. I think it would be great to have an international tournament ranking and have tournaments that they approve and facilitate.
Yep.
And it would be great if they gave anyone with a brick and mortar store who has printers commercial licensing options.
Yep.
So you could sell their models in your store whilst you run their tournaments, where the players then also get tournament rankings.
Okay. Yeah.
And I feel like that whole thing would actually... imagine you go into a store. Right now, if you go into a store, they're not going to push one-page rules to you.
No, because they're not going to make any money from...
Why would they?
They can't pay their rent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're going to push Warhammer.
Yeah.
They're going to push other things that make them monies because they have to stay open.
That's right. Let's get
And
the
so
lights
they
on.
should. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But if you had, if they had 3D printers and they could make money off the models and they had tournament rankings and you sent them a tournament kit where they maybe the winner gets a $50 voucher on My Mini Factory for their store, or a discount code for their store, whatever it may be. I feel like they could do more in the community driving scene. So my wish list for OnePageRules is more proactive community engagement in friendly local wargaming stores.
One thing they could also do is maybe partner with someone like Wargames Atlantic.
Oh, yeah. Or like
us.
someone good. Yeah.
Someone good that can actually make models for them.
Sure,
you know, in hard plastic. Or even metal or something like that. Maybe they can get actual physical models produced eventually.
Well, they themselves produce physical models.
Printed models, right?
Printed models.
Okay.
Yeah, printed models. And that's great, but like, come on. By the time someone goes on and buys that and gets it shipped to Australia, to play with whom? How do you find someone playing OnePageRules? How do you find a community playing OnePageRules locally?
Yeah.
It happens if a store locally has a bunch of printers, a commercial license, can sell those models for a great price because it's printed.
Yeah.
And you're also running tournaments and you're also running nights for it or whatever.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would drive it more, and I feel like that would make them more money. But I don't know. I'm some dum-dum. So who knows?
We're just dum-dums.
We're just a bunch of dum-dums who love one-page-rules, and those are the few things we'd like to see from it.
Yeah. Michael had a couple other points as well, which things he'd love to see was...
Strong name, by the way.
It's all right.
It's okay.
More interesting missions, regular new ones, updates, which they kind of have slowly trickled out a few to make a mission pack.
They do have a mission pack?
They do have a mission pack, yeah.
Because as a...
18 missions in it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It's awesome. I can talk about that shortly.
Yeah,
Let's
please
get to
do.
Michael's
Please
last
do.
couple of points.
Yeah.
An app-based calculator, points for custom units. So the manual calculation gets old quick. Some more evolved rules around line of sight and cover.
Yeah.
And a more natural progression into the advanced rules. Here's the basic rules and then here's the advanced rules. Good luck approach seems to get people just playing basic, which is true.
That's so true,
I
man.
haven't used any of the advanced rules because it is exactly that. It's like, good luck.
Yeah, it's here's two different... It feels like it's here's two different cakes.
Yeah.
Eat this really delicious one.
Yeah.
And then go through some barbed wire and you can eat this one. And you're like, well, why wouldn't I just keep eating the delicious cake?
Exactly right. Yeah.
That's so true and a terrible analogy. Yeah, so true.
in both points.
Yeah. Yeah, great point. Yeah, I do. I mean, how would they generate a natural progression? I reckon maybe, you know how one page... Sorry, that's what we're talking about. I went to a different planet, as you can see.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. We call this planet the LaBeouf. The LaBeouf 6. What do you call it? The thing, Test of Honor has a bit of like a... I would say it's a Did Shire just swing by?
No, not yet. I'm waiting for
You
it.
know. You know.
I saw Churchy's hand move to
Shire
the
was
mouse.
thinking
I
about
saw
it.
you have
he's somewhere.
I saw you have an expectant face on you. I was like, oh, Shire's hanging
He was
around.
thinking about making one more.
He's probably gone down to the
before
beach.
the end of the show.
Yeah, 100%.
Surely.
Yeah, so Test of Honor has this great like progression campaign. It's like
Yeah.
6 to 10 missions, I think it is.
Yeah.
One Page Rules would be great if it had this like little mission set that did just that.
Yeah.
You play through it with your mate. You're like, hey, here's 6 missions.
Yep.
And first like 2.
Yeah.
It's like 500 points, 1,000 points, 2,000, and then it's like new rule. And
Yeah.
then suddenly, I agree with
Yeah.
Michael, the strong named individual. It's
Yeah.
it's like we always say to One Page Rules, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? It's way more accessible than any other game I've been in.
Yeah.
You know, like you can just you don't have to pay a cent. You use your models that you have,
No.
download the free rules,
Yep.
go to the free list builder and play. And I don't ever want to think people that we don't appreciate how incredibly accessible it is.
Absolutely.
But when you go beyond that,
yeah.
I found it really difficult to find everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a Patreon. I'm paying them.
Yeah.
And I just scrolling through there's no concise way to just be like, here's the updated list of all of our current missions. Maybe there is, but I struggled to find it.
It's on Wargaming Vault.
See,
which you
why
can
is it on Wargaming
buy
Vault?
For $5 for 18 missions with a Hobby Homies affiliate code link in the description.
Find it in the description.
But $5, 18 missions, and it adds heaps. Like, so they also add campaign rules that we've been familiar with skirmish games. You know, like you can track ongoing casualties for units.
Great. Fantastic.
XP, leveling up, skills. Units can become agile where they gain an extra inch for their movement or 2 inches.
I'd love to get an extra inch or 2.
Wouldn't we all?
Yeah, for our movement.
Of course,
For a
that's right.
movement,
Yeah. But there's also heaps of special deployment rules, objective terrain rules
Yeah.
vary, like all missions do. And there's equipment you can. There's so much. Like for $5, this mission pack is incredible.
And that's Australian dollars. So
Yeah,
for
it's
those
Australian
American
dollars. It's like
listeners,
$3.50 or something. American.
it's like $1.
It's like it's free.
It's free. It's basically free. You just be like, I'm an American. They'll be like, well, you being an American is worth 5, 6, 7 Australian dollars.
Exactly.
You just have this book. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you saying
affiliate code?
Affiliate code in the description. Check out Shaaz Plays.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Surviving Mars, episode 3 coming soon.
4, thank you.
Oh, sorry.
I think
I don't watch.
I don't know. I can't remember.
It's good game.
Yeah.
So are you saying as patrons, we're both patrons. You're a patron too?
I'm a patron, yeah.
We support you, One Page Rules.
We do.
It's cheaper than a codex.
Yep.
You could pay for a whole year.
A year
or
of Patreon, you just cheaper
a
than a
codex. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a huge plus, obviously. But you're saying we don't have that book.
I got it.
You got it because you bought it from the vault?
Yeah, because it was $5.
It's so cheap, but I'm just wondering if it's included. See, I don't even know that.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think the missions were released on Patreon one at a time.
Yeah,
Or something
exactly.
like that.
I
And
got
and
really
they've-
confused.
Someone's just done the hard work and just put them all together.
Oh, sure. Okay. That's where I got confused because I found some missions here, some
Yeah.
missions there.
Yeah.
And because of that staggered release, I was like, this is harder to find than like a nice, concise book. Now, obviously, I wouldn't pay $84 for the book, hypothetically.
Hypothetically, $84.
Specifically $84. But it was nice. It is nice to have everything in one place.
Yeah.
So I just find kind of navigating that system a little bit difficult. That's the
Yeah.
only knock on.
And look, I'm going to say that's more as an issue with Patreon itself.
I agree. I agree.
Patreon
100%.
feed. I look at our
Yeah.
Patreon feed. I'm like, what am I looking at?
We post nothing and like it's so convoluted. Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly. So, yeah. I don't know, man. For like the mission pack was one thing I was kind of like, hey, like that would be good for One Page Rules.
Yeah.
And like it was already there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been a few times. You know what? They're really good at that.
They are.
There was a lot of things I was like, I wish they had this, but I
they-
better make sure they don't.
They're not good at letting us know that they've got it.
Yeah,
It's like,
100%.
This came out in like November, just gone, right?
soon-
Which isn't that long ago, but
Yeah.
like, and it's been, it's this time of year, Christmas, end of year, New Year. It's chaotic, right?
Hey, it's Feb.
It's fair. Well, yeah.
It's almost Valentine's Day. But yeah, New Year or whatever you were saying, that's valuable. Yeah.
Like, shit like that gets missed.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
But it's like, didn't even know it was a thing.
I also do agree with you. I feel like I've been a part of Patrons where they assume this month is your first month, and everything is so wrapped up.
Yeah.
There's a company called Unit 9. They have a great, if you're a 3D printer, they have a great Patreon for sci-fi minis.
Yeah.
Perfect for parsecs, by the way. Mm-hmm. Every month they have a thing that says like, this is what you can get access to right now with your monthly thing.
Yep.
This is the kind of stuff we've had in the past. This is how you get that kind of stuff. It's just perfect.
That's a good system to have.
It's a great system. They've basically found the problems with Patreon and they've circumvented it in a nice, concise
single post
every month. So they assume you're a brand newie.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like maybe OnePageRules assumes a few people understand the system already.
Yep.
And as a big dum-dum, I don't.
And maybe they expect people to check it frequently.
Oh, gosh, no, I don't. I don't.
No. I get like an email and be like, hey, your Patreon receipts come in.
Thanks.
I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot I'm signed up to those Patreons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's like, thanks for taking my money.
But I feel like those are some really valid wish lists.
Yeah.
I feel like a more emphasis on tournament competitive local store integration.
Yeah.
I feel like a better progression, like Michael said, from basic. It feels like two different rule sets.
It really does.
What if there was like a little bit of a fish action?
Yeah.
Like
one campaign, 4 missions.
Yeah.
Implement rules as each mission goes.
And make it part of the rule book and say, anyways.
Yeah.
And then the other thing we said, I forget what it was, but it was good.
It was very good. Valid.
It was 100%. 100% good. Anyways, we love OnePageRules.
Yeah.
We also love 40K. But I think ultimately what would get me to play OnePageRules more is more people playing OnePageRules.
Yeah.
That's all.
Not just me.
If it was
Maybe
Churchy
you can
as
play
well.
against Michael and you can... I mean, Michael's beaten me like 7 times out of 8.
That's terrifying. I don't want to play Michael. I want to play Churchy.
You can have a Michael off and the best Michaels.
The Michael Bowl.
Yep.
Let that resonate. Anyways, thank you so much for listening, by the way.
Yes.
Let us know if you have if you're a OnePageRules fan, you have a wish list, let us know in the comments. Let us know in our Discord.
Yep.
All the links for everything at hobbyhomies.com.
Yep. Check it out.
That's hobbyhomies.com.
Yep. For those that don't speak Michael.
Yeah. Which is apparently more than 2 of us. There's Michael Jackson and then the other 2.
Yep.
So hit up those, jump in our Discord. We've got a OnePageRules channel, I'm sure of it.
We do. That's
We
right,
do?
we do. We posted there just the other day.
Did we really? Because we played a game.
That's right. Yeah,
on a pink map.
Yep.
And now we're on a pink planet.
Yeah,
I like
pink
to feel
battle
like
maps map.
we landed on Battle Maps map.
We did. Battle Maps Jack map. Thanks, guys, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. As Fox said, check out all the links, hobbyhomies.com, and check out Binge Worthy Breakdown, breaking down Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
How far are they through now?
Halfway through. Season 4, I think.
Nice.
Yeah,
I need to watch it. The best way I find to watch it is to watch the episodes that you know they're about to talk about.
Yep.
And then listen to them talk about it.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, that's how I felt.
That's exactly right.
You're right or wrong. Either way, I love it.
Yeah.
Just check out Binge Worthy Breakdown. It's on the Hobby Homies Network.
Hell yeah.
And we'd love to thank all of our patrons. We don't have as many as OnePageRules.
No, we don't.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. We'd be in some pimped out palace on... Where's like a rich place?
Coruscant.
On Coruscant.
The list is actually...
We'd be at a pimped out palace on Coruscant.
Churchy, can you get the Patreon? Oh, there it is. Massive shout out to Pansy, Fine Dinosaur, Lethal, Gridlock, Axe, Annex, MJ, Whack the Ewok, Test, and Black Apollo.
We've also got Moose, Elko, Churchy, Rad, Ollie, Huckers, Penny, Aggro, Don Hua Don, and Big Roach. Thank you all for your continued support. It buys our beers, it buys my ankle socks, and it buys our OnePageRules STLs.
Like a full length sock bucket.
And Shane's full length socks. Obviously, we've got more goats than we need to have because you shouldn't have that much sock. No man should have that much sock. No one man should have that much sock.
True.
Anyways, thank you for listening.
Hooroo.
Hooroo.
Woo! Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but the Penny Town Red.